Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl, Lil Moon. Guess who's still alive? When I tell you guys, I have missed doing this. I can't even describe it. But it seems like throughout the tarot community, a bunch of us were moving, and I was no exception. But I have some new decks I want to play with. What's the twitty? I decided to do a kind of a way back Wednesday or what you want Wednesday kind of thing and feeling today. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to reach back. We're going to get in the Wayback Machine and see. For those of you guys who are expecting someone from the past or feel someone from the past pulling on your energy, well, this reading's for you. So to quote Butch Tarot, without any further ado, let's get to it. Oh, I love the feel of a new deck. A little bit stiff, but welcoming. Oh, look at me. Okay, something wants out. Mirror. Mirroring each other's self-reflection, introspection, inner wounds. I hope you guys can see that. This is a temporary setup until I get the rest of the house presentable and straight. Oh. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. You got the mirror followed by the golden mirror. And then I don't tend to take oracle cards in reverse. This one says blowing kiss, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection, return. I'm going to leave it where it sits. I'm going to leave it sit like that. Whoa. Backstabbing. Heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. Okay. Yeah, my head's already exploding. And then you've got upside down. Okay, I don't think, and the reason why I think this one showed up in reverse, I feel like this is something that has gone on, which is why you guys are not a thing, but it's ceased. Not to say that the damage is not already done, because this feels highly damaged. It does. It feels highly damaged, unfortunately. So for those of you guys resonating with this, it looks like the two of you, for lack of a better term, I mean, you can't ignore two mirrors coming out back to back. But you see how this card is all in gray? And then you've got the golden new mirror. I feel like while one of you withdrew into yourself, kind of went into a hermit mode to figure yourself out, to fix your flaws, to be quite frank, to get your shit together. Your other half was over here. Just looks like I get the feeling of sowing their royal oats kind of here, there, and everywhere, not really growing roots anywhere, even though they might be putting across that projection like they're all happy-go-lucky, they're with someone, life is perfect, yada, yada, yada. But this person, I feel like they could talk their way into and out of an execution in the same day. They know just what to say to get your guard down and stuff, which is, explains why you withdrew and you're just like, no, this is... But they're not giving up. With this pair of dice inverted, we're going to see they're not giving up. This blowing kisses, unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness, love. Okay, these two showing up in reverse. It feels like you stopped. Yeah, you stopped blowing kisses. You stopped pouring into this person, and you started, I'm hoping you poured into yourself, because this woman in this card looks, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but definitely looks like she's folded in on herself, which it looks sad, but sometimes that's what we all have to do, right? You have to go inside and rebuild yourself from the inside out. A lot of people want to do the outside in. Not to say that you shouldn't fix your finances, that you shouldn't care about your appearance, that you shouldn't try to get a better job, but a lot of things fall into place once you fix the internal workings of your mind. Whereas if you're a narcissist, you think having a partner, you think having the perfect job, you think having the house, the car, the kids, the dog, whatever, that's going to make you happy. Doesn't work. No, doesn't work. I mean, it's a good band-aid for a while. And it looks good to the community. It looks good on paper, but I do not have a poltergeist. That is my dog. So that sound that you just heard was him coming down wooden steps. Yeah, my new home is huge, man. It's got 3 floors. I'm getting used to it. But because you withdrew from them, the story I'm getting is they kind of went on a smear campaign. Not just outwardly with other people kind of bad-mouthing you, which I'm getting a little feeling of that. I mean, everything was your fault. The reason why you weren't together, yada, yada, everything was you could never be made happy. You started enforcing your boundaries. You're like, no, you just can't do anything you want and expect me to just be okay with it. So that's being told as you can never be made happy. You know people like that. They always know how to twist the narrative. So separation, deception, lies, shocking attack. They tried everything to break you down. They probably punched so far below the belt that you curled so far up into yourself that you couldn't go any further. You didn't think you're going to make it, but you did. They eventually ran out of ammo. Because that's what happens. When you do this mirror, as opposed to this mirror, you get strong enough to withstand this. You get strong enough to quit blowing kisses. As Paula Abdul would say, that song's playing in my head right now. Blowing kisses in the wind. Giving you love that you haven't been given. Cross my heart and hope to die. Yeah, you quit doing that. And whether you realize it or not, they're not outwardly, openly letting you know, but you broke their heart when you took back your energy, when you took back your time, effort, and you quit letting them treat you however they felt like treating you. Buddy, that's my dog. Granny gonna ask you to not chew up the corner. Yeah, he wants to be wherever I'm at, but I wouldn't have him any other way. But anyway, yeah. So instead of dealing with their heartbreak, pain, and loss during the separation, they attacked you. They tried to break you. They tried to force you back into your old behavior. Didn't work. But now it looks like paradise is kind of upside down for both of you, but mostly on this side. Happiness, joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase. Yeah, that's over. I'm feeling like being messy. Yeah, I haven't been on the table for a while, so one of my new decks is What's the Tea? I am sure if you are a fan of tarot card readings, you have seen this one. So we're going to look and see. We're going to look and see what has you guys. Ooh, let's see if this comes back out. Ooh. Cuffing season, throwing hands, throwing shade. That kind of aligns with that, but we're going to shuffle. If it wants back out, if it's supposed to be back out, it'll come back out. SOS, somebody's in distress. Inner light. Soul searching, finding truth. Yeah, somebody. Whatever you did, collective, I'm going to tell you that right now. Whatever you did, you may have been in a world of hurt, and you're probably looking at this like, this woman is crazy. She's been off the table too long. But whatever you did, when you withdrew and you went in and you healed yourself, hell, you might have been like me. You packed up your shit and moved. I tell a soul where I was just gone. I was just in the wind. That Paula Abdul song, Blowing Kisses in the Wind. I don't know which album that's off of, but if someone can remember the album or the year, please put it in the comments. But I can remember the video clearly. I am thinking it, gosh, the video is very romantic. But the only video I could picture is Rush, you know, the one she was in, Paula Abdul was in with Keanu Reeves. But Blowing Kisses in the Wind, I could see the red dress she had on. I could see the red dress prominently. Dirty Money. Oh. Illegal activities, thievery, laundering. Somebody y'all was wrapped up in was doing something doing some strange things for change. Wondering if that's part of the reason why they were non-committal. I mean, if somebody doesn't have their finances straight, especially if you're talking to someone, if I slip up and say men, I'm talking about someone that resides heavily in their masculine energy that feels like they should be a provider or whatever. They get pretty bent when they can't, when their finances are screwed up. Kinky ways. Oh yeah. Okay. Sexuality open, looking to explore fantasies, fetish. This person was living a lifestyle it looks like they weren't thinking that you would be okay with. That's the feeling. I mean, that's like if you cross the Playboy bunny with some leather fetish stuff, you know, a little bit of whips, a little bit of chains, well past 50 Shades of Grey, because that's tame in comparison to what this person likes in the bedroom. But it looks like you took the unbothered, brushing it off. You took the high road. You just were just like, okay, you want to do all of this? Bye, bitch. I mean, to put it straight, that's exactly what it looks like you did. Salty, feeling wrong, bitter, dramatic jealousy. Yeah, this person, that's the thing about anytime you're dealing with a narcissist, there's so much of their energy out here collective. You're still in hermit mode. You're still in hermit mode over here. But they are salty. They feel wrong. They're bitter. They're still being dramatic. They're jealous. What else? I'm curious. Ooh. It was my throat. I'm curious. We might have to get some clarification with another deck. Last straw. Yeah, limitations, breaking point, overwhelmed. What else happened? It came back out. Throwing hands, SOS, trashed, cock blocking. Knocked up. Did they knock someone up? Fuego. Chemistry was intense between. That's a lot of cards that just dumped out. I usually don't take that many cards, but I'll bite today. Hung up, fixated, obsessive attachment, focusing in. Yeah, I was getting that vibe. Funny, the card finally just showed it. So I usually don't take this many cards, but SOS, trash, rejection, taking out the trash, kick to the curb. I don't know if this is about your breakup or if it says an inaccessible third-party interference, failed sexual attempts. This person might have come at you and you told them to kick bricks, but I feel like they might be striking out somewhere else. Disagreements, hostility, and animosity, conflict, and fighting, throwing hands. Again, I'm not saying that you guys didn't have your moments, but this feels like whatever this person is doing to try to handle all of their emotions, not healthy. They're snapping at people. Might have knocked somebody up. Pregnancy, baby on the way, expecting. Something felt false about that. Maybe somebody. It could go either way. Alright, it could go either way. You know, men get tricked into thinking women are pregnant. You know, and men poke holes in condoms. I mean, fake pregnancy tests. I don't know, but. And, you know, women have trapped men. If they felt like they were slipping away because they either wanted to go work on themselves or head back towards you, forced family situation will do it for a lot of folks. Me, I'd be like, put my ass on child support. I'm going to go be happy. Life's too short. Fuego. Chemistry, intense passion. Things are heating up. Buttering up. Using charm, persuasion for the personal game of finesse. Yeah, this person's coming back towards you. Hook up. Fling, friends with benefits, non-committal. I feel like that's where y'all started. I hope that's not like making whatever you guys had sound like I'm treating it dismissively or it's hollow. But I feel like you guys were friends. You might have been like shared a hobby. You might have been co-workers, part of the same loose, like outskirts of the same friends group. And like the sparks flew between you two, but this is also feeling like it didn't get too far off the ground, at least on the outside. Maybe between you two, it got really serious, but it doesn't feel like in the 3D that this got off the ground, but it's feels like emotionally, you guys got really close. Let's see what else. Let's see here. Let's get some clarification. You got dirty money, kinky ways, and we got all this mess right here. But clear this up for me. Dirty money, kinky ways. Sexually open, looking to explore illegal activities. This person sounds like they got themselves in a whole mess of stuff. Whole mess of something. Let's see if we can get a little something. These cards are tiny, but the Mystic Love Oracle deck keeps pulling my attention. Let's see if we got what is this person stuck up in? We got, I want to hold you in my arms. Will you help me? Now's not the time. And you know, that's funny. Because over here in all those cards that spilled out, SOS came out. And then we've got Fuego and this chemistry. This person might have a little, either they have a loose grasp on their emotions, or they might have a little bit of a personality disorder, or they could be on a spectrum, which can cause people to seem inconsistent because of the way they behave. Wow, when I was packing, I must have been tripping balls. Look at that. Wrong deck in there. Let's see, so I got my Midnight Magic, and it looks like, yeah, and a Mystic Oracle, but I wonder if that's intentional. We're gonna pull from both. Let's see what's over here with dirty money and kinky ways. You went through the trouble of being in the wrong box and still pulling my attention. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Because this person's loud right now. For someone that holds so much back from you, this person's loud as hell right now. Those cards probably sounded loud. Got the microphone over here, so maybe I didn't just split your eardrums like I did mine. Ooh. The Hanged Man. Okay, they're seeing things from a different perspective. All right. The World. 5 of Pentacles. Woo, shit. Okay. Well, I asked for clarification. That does it. They're seeing things from a new perspective. I mean, you could just take this on the surface. Their world is screwed up. And when you get the 5 of Pentacles, if you think about the traditional card 5 of Pentacles, that's someone in lack. It's usually depicted as 2 people that almost look homeless passing in front of the church looking for salvation. That explains that SOS card. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, full. Yeah. This person's they got money trouble. And I feel like there's more than one energy here. So some of you guys might have multiple people from your past after you. But yeah, it's definitely, this person's world is, hey buddy, right here under the table. I don't think they ever thought about having to live life without you. I don't think they thought you would withdraw this hard and stay that way. Because you guys seem static. You had the last straw. You took the high road. You're working on yourself. And it feels like you've come to terms with, and it may actually be wrong, but it feels like y'all have come to terms with, like, you know what? I might have read into this. This was just a fling. I keep hearing a fling for them. They're probably giving you that feeling by the way they're acting. That's not true for either of you. That's why we got the Enfuego card over here. Yeah. Not only was the passion real, the emotions were too, but again, it's coming across like it happened real fast, which can make things feel false. And it also, let's see what's been up in the corner here. Finances, yeah. Money on the mind. That was upside down corner bent. Yeah, this person's money is fucked up. This person's money is way fucked up. Not what it looks like. Proposal, commitment. Funny, it looks like the ring in this card looks like the ring on top of my hourglass. But you know, as soon as I pulled that proposal commitment card, my eyes traveled back over. They may have proposed to somebody that they thought they were going to have a family with. Lies, keeping secrets. I asked for clarification with all this. Crossroads, they don't know which direction. Alright, explain this intimacy bonding card to me. Who is this? Who is this? Is that you guys? Or is it them and a third party? Well, I walked into, I wanted to know. Hiding true feelings, a damn mask card. I swear, if it's in one of the decks that I have, I can't think of the last time. If you guys have been following me for a while, my channel's only about 6 months. No, I guess it's about 8 months old now. But that mask, it's been coming out pretty consistent. Ascending, learning, and expansion, transcending, preparing for union, new phase. But I asked about this intimacy bonding card. Oh, well, I just didn't get what I expected, but it did answer. They're still hiding their true feelings. And it doesn't feel like it's just from you. They're wearing a mask for the world. I feel like this person's a little bit of a class clown. It's like sometimes they put on being a little bit goofier. I wanted to say serious, but no, I'm getting more like they sometimes put on kind of being more of a goofball persona to hide how they feel. One of those people that sometimes laugh at themselves so they don't have to cry. But it looks like they're tired of it. They're trying to. Doesn't look very successful. The chaser. Fear of abandonment, chasing, codependency. See if that pops back up. Ooh, have I told you guys I've missed it? Yeah. What's abundance? Positive mindset, manifest, gratitude and bliss and blessings. If they can pull this twin flames, yeah, y'all are. If they can pull off this ascension, and you two guys can pull your shit together, get this bonding going, y'all gonna build an empire. That's exactly what this is. Cup of coffee. That came out in reverse, but meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building a friendship. That feels like a reset button. Is that a reset button? Tell me. Tell me something good. Tell me that you want me. Blocked obstacles, divine feminine, reconciliation, rebuild. Just throwing these out there so y'all. House foundation, that's upside down. Anxiety, worry. Cheating, broken trust. Okay. Yeah. We're back over here again. Yeah, this person drug y'all, some of y'all through the ringer. But it looks like they lost a ton. It's like they're anxious. It's like you don't trust them. So that's your wall. I feel like I said, blocked obstacles. They're kind of wanting to slide back in here. And they may be doing it in little ways. Showing that they care. Maybe even saying that they care or whatever. Trying to put the feelers out. It's like, is this person even willing to still be my friend? Is the collective still willing? You don't look like you're going out of your way. I'm just going to be honest. You don't look like you're sitting in this divine feminine energy. And you're hiding the fact that you'd love to rebuild this. I'm going to call you out on your shit. You're hiding the fact you'd love to rebuild this, but you're not going to sacrifice all of your inner growth and stuff to get twisted up in there. They look like they got drama going on. How are we going to figure that out? I'm going to see. I'm just gonna ask, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. But yeah, this Walk Back Wednesday in the Wayback Machine. See whose past is trying to become part of their present. You got the Chaser again. Dragonfly, not today. Golden Mirror again, that's twice. Not dealing hurt, avoiding a conversation, call person boundaries, still angry. The Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things come like adapt and change. Like I said, this mask, someone's hiding something, and this is quite the dichotomy. Like I said, some of you guys got two people in your energy. You may have like a stronger connection or a longer lasting connection. I don't want to say the word stronger because time doesn't always dictate the strength of a bond between two people. But you got somebody that is not wanting to pay the piper for the bullshit they did. Well, you got this other person that's just like probably more willing to, like I said, put out the feelers and go, hey, can we talk without you cutting my head off? But yeah, love bombing, one-sided relationship stuff. Getting that card twice. All I could say is both of them have narcissistic tendencies. One just may be heavier-handed with it, more overt or more dangerously toxic with it. Because we all have self-absorbed parts of our nature. So don't get it twisted. I'm not getting on my pedestal being holier now. But some people, whether they're a diagnosed, confirmed, just firm narcissist, or they just have really ingrained narcissistic tendencies, can cause a lot of havoc in their lives and other people's with their behavior. And we got the coffee cup again. And then we got on one side, yeah, this is two people's energy. They both want to talk to you, and you over here with fuck off with one person and want to talk to the other one. So that's wild. And again, and I just, y'all see me shuffling. Abundance came out again. Lots of duplicate cards here. So yeah, you definitely have two people kind of almost running parallel from your past, trying to get back in your energy, but you kind of done with both of them. You're definitely done at this moment with both of them. One of them stands a chance in hell. The other one, basically, you want to tell to go to hell. I can't make it up. That's just what's here. Yeah, that person is over here. Regrets, mistakes, healing, and really. Like I said, it's such a dichotomy. You got one person sitting in regret, and you got the other person over here healing and releasing. All I can tell you is, you don't have to do anything with either one of them. You know, both of them miss you, missing, thinking of you. You don't have to do anything with either one of them. It looks like both of these people made a pretty messy bed with you, and well within your rights to feel like they should just have to sit and spin it. Can't say I blame you. Been in that boat myself. But like I said, the two different energies here, one of them is actually seem like they're trying. And when I say trying, I mean trying. Don't get too excited if you've, like, this person's been cold and distant and you've heard from them, they pop back up. Don't get too excited. They're trying to pull their head out of their ass. But trust me, that head is still firmly in the intestinal tract. They got some work still yet to do. And they're not as bad as the other energy here, but they ain't no golden boy either. I'ma say that. And don't be surprised. It's just like, it's kind of like, I was watching some things about some Marvel comics, and they went over like the whole New Mutants arc and Inferno and stuff. And I remember one of my favorite panels in that whole thing was when Magic, Illyana Rasputin, she made a deal with Nastir, the demon, and she opened that portal, and then the demons from Limbo came raining down on New York, and she couldn't close it. And she's looking at him, he's like, you tricked me. And he just looks her dead in the face and says, I only promised you that I would let you go back home, but my dear, I am still a demon. So just remember, this other person that's a little bit easier to deal with, probably the person you think about more than the other one. Like I said, there's one has a chance in hell, the other one you want to tell to go to hell. That person, like I said, they trying to pull the head out their ass, but the head is still firmly in the intestinal tract. Feel like I am just babbling on. Let's see if I can get you guys some sort of advice before I roll out here. I don't feel right just leaving you hanging with all of this heaviness. Which way do we go, George? Which way do we go? When in doubt, and celestial insights. It never fails, right? What's the final thought for the collective here to deal with this mess? Maybe give me 2 since there's obviously multiple energies. They did not like that shuffle. I didn't like that shuffle. Like, what we got going on here? Got honor. Cupid deep challenge. Respect for yourself and others is the key to your growth. Have you felt a lack of respect in some areas of your life? By setting clear boundaries and honoring yourself, the world will follow suit. I feel like that's been missed to go to hell. Cupid deep challenges. Challenges in love are testing you. Are you facing difficulties in a relationship? Don't shy away. Facing these challenges head on will strengthen your bond. That's Mr. Chance in hell. Mr. and Mrs. Excuse me. Like I said, that whole mess felt masculine. That felt like a mess of masculine design. I don't care if y'all flame me in the comment, but that felt so much like a dude that screwed up so hard. Hard, fast, long, strong. And uncut. Ha ha ha. But don't take this too surface. It says, facing a challenge doesn't mean you necessarily have to sit down and talk to this person, invite them back in your life. Maybe you just need to come to grips with the time with this person may never come, or at the very least, right now is not the time. Because like I said, they're trying to pull the head out the ass firmly in the intestinal tracts. This one, about honor and boundaries. If it's to go to hell, leave him there, let him burn. Because it seemed like this person, there's one person that's almost kind of, the energy kind of made me angry a little bit. It seemed like they really drug you through the, like unnecessarily, was just unnecessarily nasty, cruel, vindictive. Like I said, very much a punch below the belt kind of feeling. Where this person just seemed more careless with your emotions because they were scared of their own. That doesn't make them any less dangerous or toxic to be around. Keep that in mind. But yeah. Let them cook. Thoroughly roast, burn. This one, turn it out down on simmer, see what happens. Alright. I've babbled on for almost an hour. I've missed you guys. But this is your girl, Salil Moon. And remember, be real with what you feel. Anything less leads to nothing but stress. Have a wonderful walk back Wednesday. Catch you later.